Alright. Today is currently... It's currently the 28th of Feb at 5:33 in the afternoon. And an hour and a half ago, I just finished my last ever shift at a job that I've had for 3.5 years. And usually, for a lot of people, if you guys can relate, if you've been working at the same place for a long time, jobs aren't always that fun. So when you have that kind of thought in your head of like what it's going to be like to quit on the very last day, it is an amazing thought. It is an amazing feeling. It is just walking out of that place and never coming back. Sounds awesome. But when I clocked off and finished my last ever shift, I was actually really sad. I was really sad. And I'm making this video now because it's still so fresh in my mind, literally an hour and a half ago. But I wasn't happy. Like I was like happy, but the whole time I was like just so sad. And I'll get into more of that in a second, but first I need to set the tone. So for those of you that don't know me, I've been working at McDonald's for the last 3.5 years. Yes, I know McDonald's is a bit of a laughing stock, but it's besides the point. I joined in July 12th, 2021, as I was 14, and I spent 1 year as a kitchen cook person, whatever. And then after a year and a half at 2023, I got a promotion to a kitchen crew trainer. Now I could go into all the specifics about this promotion, but the main thing was that I started getting more shifts. More hours, and I was spending more time at this job of McDonald's. And growing up throughout my teenage years, I've never been attracted to the parties and the going out, and I've never been attracted to the parties and going out and doing that. I still have fun, but I have my own measures of going out and having fun. And obviously I'm not saying there's anything bad about going to parties, but I do other things to, bring joy in my life. But because I didn't go to these parties, these hangouts, blah, 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 whatever, I was available a lot more of the time. So I would be working Sunday and Saturday mornings, I'd be working Friday nights, and I'd be working any other day of the week. I worked a lot, basically. I worked a lot. And yes, I got, money, so I could buy things like this camera, but I worked a lot, and a lot of shifts. I would come home and I would be so tired of this job, so sick of this job. And I would just always think of this day when I would be free from this place and just quit and no more stress. And throughout these 3.5 years, I've tried to get different jobs. I've had a few different jobs, but this one job has always been so easy, right? It sounds cocky, but I got to a point where I knew what I was doing. I was walking in each shift, and I was kind of the leader of the kitchen, as we hired a lot of younger people at this McDonald's, and they were all younger than me and less experienced, so I knew what I was doing. I knew every shift I'd be walking into, I was confident with what was going to happen. But fast forward 3.5 years, or even just 3 years, and when I graduated, I knew I had to find another job, because I was working 30 to 40 hours a week, and it was a lot, and I was just searching every day for the past couple months, looking for a job, the stress, the just thinking, praying on this day to come when I will finally be here and quit. Now, 2 weeks ago, when I handed in my 2 weeks notice, that was a great day. That was a very good day. I handed it in, and I just felt the stress gone. Basically, I was like, okay, there is an ending to this job, because at that point, all the shifts were great. The people who I was working with was awesome, but the job itself was just a bit crap. And there were always some bad moments, some long days of 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. or 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. or it was tough. I was struggling to find time to go gym or make videos or literally anything. This job was just occupying it all. And I know it sounds like I'm complaining, like I don't want to work, but you know, this job was doing 5 days a week for me, taking up most of my day, so it was tiring. But I handed in the 2 weeks notice, and I was happy, very, very happy. And then we fast forward to today, where I'm working my last ever shift, and it was 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And that's when it kind of hit me. I walked in, like, everything was normal, blah, 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 but kind of halfway through my shift, I was like, like, this is coming to an end. This will be the last ever time I'm here. And it started to sink in. It started to sink in a lot. I knew that when I would quit, it would be a little bit sad, because I've met some awesome people, like literally amazing people. And if you're watching this video right now, you probably are one of those amazing people that I've met along the way. I've worked with so many people, and then I've seen those people quit because they were older than me. It's just so many different people you meet along this journey, and that's with most jobs, I imagine. But met some amazing people, and I always knew it was going to be kind of sad, you know. I was like, I'm not going to miss the job, but I'm going to miss the people, I'm going to miss the experiences, and blah, 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 but I still want to leave this job. But fast forward to today, and I actually got teary-eyed. Like, I actually had tears in my eye. Not in the restaurant, it was when I left and got back to my car. I walked out of the restaurant, and I just sat in my car for like 5 to 10 minutes. Just like, damn, like this is it. And like, I wasn't crying, but I had like tears in my eyes. And it's really weird because I'm not an emotional person at all. I can't remember a time when I've gone this emotional, but it's so weird because if I was talking to someone who I used to work with, and then they quit, right? I worked with them for a year, and then they quit, and then I came back, caught up with them, they're like, yeah, I cried when I left this place. I would laugh at you. I would absolutely laugh at you, because I could never understand how you could cry at this job. And if you're someone that I still worked with in the last couple of weeks watching this video, I'm more than happy if you laugh at me in my face for saying I almost cried when leaving, because it sounds so stupid. Because I literally went home so many times and just hated this job. Absolutely hated it. But I literally sat in my car and I was just thinking about everything. Like, a lot of the times when I graduated high school, all I could think about was kind of the bad stuff that I did wrong and that I regretted not doing, and I could have done this, I could have done that better, whatever. For this job, I am so happy to say that there were no regrets. Not a single regret. Because, I don't know, I think I just, I would go into every shift putting in a good amount of effort, right? Putting in a good amount of effort, making an effort to try to talk to people, to be nice, to have a little bit of banter here and there, whatever. But I knew I tried pretty much my best. And I literally do not have any regrets. And I think that's why, when I'm looking back at it, I only think about the good times. I don't wish I could go back and do anything different. I don't wish I could, I don't have any regrets. I was sitting in my car and I could only think about all the good times. And that's when it was just hitting me. I was like, damn, I'm never going to get to do this with the same people and the same experiences ever again. Like, it's all 3.5 years over, and a job is meant to be frowned upon because it's just something you do to earn money, right? But I think when you're younger and you get a job and you're working with other people similar age, there are people at the job that I'm not really gonna I don't really care, with all due respect, and they wouldn't care either about me leaving. But then there's just the few people who were honestly amazing people who, you drive into the car park and you see their car and you're like, they are working today, it's gonna be a great shift, blah blah blah. And they are the people that really made it special, and those are the reasons why it's actually sad leaving, because you're never gonna, you see these people a couple times a week, and then when you quit the job, you're just not gonna see them ever, really. Like, it's sad, but it is what it is. Now, I didn't really know about this video if I was just kind of sharing my experience, but or trying to drop some random ass wisdom on you lot. But what I will say is, if you were in a similar position as me, or you're working, and I think it's tough to, if you can't recall any good moments from your job, it ain't the job for you. But if you really take a moment to think about some moments that you're having, and if they're good moments, if you have good experiences at your job, then just start appreciating them a little bit more, because I would do anything to go back to just experience a couple of those good shifts one last time, of just the good crew. And there were some shifts where you just kind of forget you're earning money, and you're just there, like, hanging out with your mates. And sometimes, like, I would have to go on my break, and I actually wouldn't want to break. I would want to stay out and keep working, keep chatting with my mates, keep having fun, whatever. So yeah, just enjoy your job, whoever you are, whoever's watching this video, because it's going to be over one day, and when it's over, it's over. You don't get another, you can't go back, you can't, maybe you can, but you probably can't. You probably can't go back. This has been an absolute yap, but I don't even really remember what I've talked about, or if this might be a horrible yap, I'm so sorry. But the truth is that, like, the main point I'm trying to make is, there are so many things in life that you probably hate, you probably hate doing, or hate thinking about, or whatever, but there probably are some moments in it that you take for granted that are actually really good, and I have taken this job so much for granted. I think that's right. I just didn't appreciate the job as much as I should have. And, like, with these types of jobs, bro, you meet some people, you probably make lifelong friendships with some people in these jobs or whatever, or and I don't know if I can say the same, but if you are one of those people that is watching this video right now, and you know who you are, you don't need to question yourself. If you're watching this video, you probably are one of those people. You're a real one. Like, no, I would never be able to say this in person because I would cringe and whatever, but, like, shit's been good. Shit's been real good, Am I tearing up? I don't know. It feels like I'm tearing up a little bit, but yeah. I never thought I'd feel this way about this job. Never did. But here we are. I started this job literally as a child, and I still am technically a child. 17, almost 18, but Anyway, if you guys have gone to the end of the video and maybe learn a thing or two, I don't really know. I don't think I've dropped much like stuff here, but hopefully you just learned a little thing about my story, and next time you go into work, you maybe try to make things better, or you try to appreciate it a little bit more, because it will come to an end, and you will probably regret it one day. As bad as that sounds. I don't mean that to sound bad, but make the best of what you got, man. Or girl, whoever's watching this video. But yeah. I really appreciate you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. It's a nice sunset. Alright, I don't know if I'm using this video for anything. Why am I crying? Dude, I just finished my last ever shift at McDonald's, a job that I've worked for almost 4 years, probably 3 years and like 9 months, something crazy like that. And I just finished my last ever shift. Over, I don't know how many shifts, over 500. I don't know if that sounds like a lot. I'm not going to do the math because there's no way to figure that out, but I'm absolutely rambling because why am I sad? There are so many times where I've come home from work, like, and I don't mean like so many as in 10, 20, I mean probably hundreds, bro, times of when I've come home from work and just been like so pissed of how ass this job is, or like anything. And now, like, bro, I like for teary, like a little bit teary-eyed. That's so stupid. I met some great people, bro, along the way of this place. Like so many great people, and you know, like it's just been such a sick thing. And as shit as the job is, like, you know, you don't really remember for this one. I think often I remember like the bad and not the good, but for some reason, for whatever reason it is, I can not remember any of the bad moments right now. All I can think of is the good moments that I'm never going to experience again. Maybe I will, hopefully I will, but obviously like these exact moments I won't. So I don't know if I'm dropping like an actual video on this whole thing, like a proper yap, but I had to record this right now as it's raw and it's my instinct reaction. But if you're watching this video and like, you know, you're someone, like I only fucked with a few people at my job, and if you're one of those people, like, thank you for making the whole thing better. I feel it again. Why am I don't know, I don't cry, like, ever. Like, I don't think I'm an emotional person, but like, dude, almost 4 years of my life, it's a consistent time where I was just working every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or Saturday and Sunday, or Monday, Tuesday, like, bro, shit as the job is, it's, but yeah, holy shit.